Hello, welcome back to Average at Best. As always, my name is Josh, and today is day 2 of the PBA Tournament of Champions. I got here a little bit late, I'll be honest. I was up late editing that video for you guys yesterday, but we are here. It's about probably 11:35, and yeah, they should be about into Game 3 by now, and yeah, once we get in there, we'll show you some shots, we'll update you on scores, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the bad lighting. I'm just in a little mini area outside of all the bowlers and outside of all the public. I just wanted to give a quick update. We are 3 games in to the last round of qualifying, and things are starting to heat up. Brad Miller has made a huge jump. His first game was a 287, his second game was a 231, and his third game was a 235. And this game that he's bowling right now for 4th game looks to be probably going to be a 220, 230 minimum. So yeah, he's going to solidify himself more and more into the first position. He is ahead of the second place person, Marshall Kent, by 50 pins. Kyle Sherman has also made a run. He had a few good games in the start with a 212, 258, and 226. He's moved all the way up to 3rd. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are really close together, and then everybody else is kind of below that. Right now, the cut line is looking like Sean Lavery Spar. He bowled a 300 just now. I was not able to catch it, but his third game was a 300, so he jumped into the cut. The person out of the cut right now is Matt Sanders, and he is 10 pins out, so with these last 3 games going, anything can happen. The cut line is definitely not concrete yet. We're going to see a bunch of movement here in the next 2 games or so. Some other notable names in the cut right now. Jason Beaumonte has moved himself up. Sean Maldonado and Kyle Troop are also in there in the bottom. DJ Tackett and Anthony Simonson have solidified themselves around the middle of the pack of the cut for match play. And yeah, things are heating up here, and hopefully we'll see a little bit more of what our match play is going to look like here in a little bit. Alrighty, so Brad, what a block.
Yeah.
What a great game. I think you had, what was it, a 287
Yeah.
to start it off?
Yeah.
What a great first game to jump you up from ninth all the way up close to first. Tell me how the beginning of the day went.
Well, it was going to be a game plan change because my first game average was about 170. So I was going to throw urethane, and I tried it, didn't love it, and just kind of last second went to the summit that I just smashed with a ton of surface, moved in, and it just worked. I don't. Sometimes you hit good pairs, sometimes you hit bad pairs, and that was just a good pair for me. I threw some good shots. I wanted to come in today and just bowl well, not get in my own way, and coming right out of the gate, I just felt good. I felt confident, felt slow, and I felt like I can do the right thing. And I got a bunch of balls I can throw, and I don't know, it's just good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last game there was a 237. You were currently sitting second or third, I forget. But that 237 actually propelled you over Marshall Kent. Tell me what was going through your mind on those last few frames.
Well, the game before, he leapfrogged me. So I had a 2-0, he had a 240. And then I get down to the next pair, and he had already spare open or something. So, and then I started out pretty good. I knew that if I bowled well, I gotta have a chance to lead, and I knew he was the one I was bad. I was bowling right next to him too, so I watched the whole thing. And sometimes it doesn't work out. There's a lot of flip-flopping going on. Really, you just want to make sure you're going to match play because that's when the tournament starts. So I wasn't too worried about it, but it also is pretty cool to lead. And I wasn't. I'm just trying to play the long haul. I'm trying not to think about too much right now because right now it doesn't really matter.
Right.
I'm just trying to stay calm and bowl the best I can these next 24 games. So I'm going to try not to think about anyone else or any other game. I'm just going to be tunnel vision and play my own game, and where I end up, I end up.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Florida's finest, Trevor Roberts, stepping up for the front four against the GOAT, Jason Belmonte. Tournament champions, 2024. Does he have another? He does. Good commentary. That's the real deal. The greatest of all time. 15 major championships, defending champion, going for a 16th. Can he get back on the strike train? Here comes the messenger. Job done. That guy's good.
great bowling today. You're the #1 seed by a significant margin, over 100 pins between yourself and second. You bowled really well here last year as well. What about this building do you like? What allowed you to score so well today and win your matches?
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, this building treats me well. You know, I can slow hook it here. That's what I like to do. That's my bread and butter. So the pins fall for me. They fell for me all week in qualifying. I had a lot of breaks go my way. You got to have that when you want to lead a tournament.
Okay, awesome. And I know last year on TV, you know, things didn't quite go your way against Belmo. Is there anything you can do tomorrow to put yourself in the best position on TV to potentially get your first major win?
Yeah, it's you know, just make the best shots I can, like I did all night and all week. Fill frames, make executions. You know, just the best I can. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else. I can't control anybody else, so I can do what I do.
Okay, awesome. Well, great bowling today. Hopefully you keep it rolling and we can see you on the TV show for Sunday. Eric, great job today in match play. You had, if I think I was correct, like 4 or 5 straight 250 plus games. And honestly, as a fan of bowling in general, it was really awesome to watch. It just seemed like you were in the zone, you couldn't miss for a while. What were you seeing on the lanes, and how did that translate to you winning those matches earlier?
I started with a lot stronger of a black hammer, one with, you know, I would rev up soon so I could get a little bit more open through the fronts. And luckily that, because it was revving up so early, it was losing energy. So by the time I got down lane, I had some tug because it wasn't hooking down lane, and then I had a little bit of miss left because it was already revving up. So I was just in the right ball, and I made the right moves for those games. It was just a good little set of games for me.
Okay. You made your first TV show ever at the World Championship just last week. How can you use that experience to draw on and hopefully make another major show, you know, potentially hoist the trophy at another major show a week later?
I mean, making the show at the World Championship made me an arrogant mofo. And then, like, the PTQ here, lefties are not doing good. They haven't done good here the past couple years. I ended up leading it, and that made me an even more arrogant mofo. So I just, you know, feeling myself right now, feeling like a pretty little shouty. So
walking around with a little swag, you know?
Yeah, walking around with swag. So, you know, that helps a lot with the shot making. It's just a little 1% more confidence in myself makes me 10% better of a bowler.
For sure, yeah. And I mean, even in qualifying, you were just right around the number there for those last couple games. You managed to get into match play. I mean, you're seizing the opportunity. Is there any specific thought process of just like, I made it in? Is there anything different for match play, or is it just the same as qualifying?
I do better in match play, separating in. Just I focus better the more the pressure's on. That's where I've always had more success. And like the goal was like, man, maybe I can make a run in 24 games, get on this show. And right now I'm in there. So I'm like, maybe I can make a run at the first seed. I just need to put pressure on myself, get ready, lock in.
Okay, awesome. Well, hey, great bowling today. Hopefully we get to do this again tomorrow. Yeah.
Hello, guys. You couldn't tell we're both tired.
And that concludes day 2 of the PBA Tournament of Champions. We just got done with the first round of match play, and boy, what a round that was.
That was so exciting, especially Eric Jones going from
yes.
what, 21st to 4th. If he keeps up the pace that he's bowling at right now, he's going to make the 1 seed by the end of match play tomorrow.
He won those 4 games where he shot 259, 256, 266, and another 256, which basically means that he averaged quite literally like 289
Plus, yeah, with the bonus pins
for
added.
4 games with the bonus pins, which is insane. Also, Brad, he had a little bit of a struggle this block, but, you know, we talked to him afterwards. He said that he's raring to go and hopefully trying to climb some of the spots to get him to a better position tomorrow. So we're going to hopefully see how that goes.
Yeah, and then some other notable moves. Marshall Kent was up there a pretty good bit, but he's fallen down. And Matt Ogle, man,
yeah,
he went on his own tear. Not quite to the level of Eric Jones, but compared to all the other righties, Matt Ogle bowled really good today, and he's in first place by like 150 pins.
Yeah, he was pretty much ahead by 100 for a lot of the time. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes tomorrow. I will be up here tomorrow morning. Rob will be up here tomorrow morning. And then, yeah, we're going to come with you for day 3, and hopefully we'll get a top 5 stepladder at the end of the day.
So if y'all like the video, please remember to like and subscribe down below. And we also do have a Patreon down below as well. There will be a link in the description. It's the most direct way to support us. If you have any questions or anything, you guys can just directly message us on there. Super easy to do, super simple, and just the best way to support the channel.
Yep.
So,
alrighty. Well, we will see you guys tomorrow.
yep. Peace
Peace
out.
out.